Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Loop Hero, where as you can see I've made some small upgrades here. I built a couple of the building types that we didn't yet have, just to see if they have any interesting upgrades. We have a lumberjack now, and it turns out no interesting upgrades, but at least we can craft furniture, which seems like kind of a thing. Furniture seems like maybe broadly the most useful class of supply item. I built a mud hut, which is just increasing, our supply item related stuff, and we can upgrade it, and it seems to just continue to do that, probably. I did like 3 supply runs while I was watching a movie, and it gave us enough resources to get a lot done. So I did all that. I maxed out the war camp, which it turns out does not unlock anything new or interesting, and does not give access to the extra equipment slots. At this point, given the balance of the game and everything, those must not exist, right? You must not be able to equip those. I think it's a very strange design to even have them represented in the UI, and I guess the cracks over them are meant to make you think that you cannot get them, but what are they even there for, then? But anyway, the hero's strength is increased by 20%. What does that mean? Who knows? Game doesn't bother to tell you. I'm hoping that it just increases all of the damage output that is related to the hero. I have to imagine that that's what it does, because if it was going to just increase your actual direct attack damage, it would say damage, right? We have lots of things that already do that. So I'm assuming that it's worded this way sort of vaguely so that you get that it also covers the skeletons. Which seems fine. 20% extra strength. We were very close to killing the second boss in the expedition back when this was only 12%. This will definitely do it. And then I did upgrade a watchtower considerably. So here's the thing that's cool about the watchtower. When you upgrade it, not only does it make the crossbow guy more dangerous, but it also increases the range of the watchtower. So now we have one crossbowman who will help, one powerful crossbowman, who will help in fights up to 4 tiles away from the campfire, and then a second one who is less powerful and only has a range of 3. And we can build up to 2 more of these watchtowers, so if we continue to have problems, that is an option for us. And I was kind of thinking that we might, and you can see, I still definitely have resources here. We could probably build other stuff. What do we not have any of yet? We have watchtower. We don't have the bridge. I guess the bridge is the only thing we've never built. And we probably should build it again just to see if there's an upgrade on it that does anything. So what we're short is actually orbs of expansion, which is wild. That's not a problem we've had in some time. And also orb of crafts is what that is. Okay. Well, we could break down some orbs of unity or something. Or I guess we could just get back out there. We'll totally earn these things. We have not had to think about them at any other point in the past. So I guess, yeah, let's just do that. So I do want to try Necromancer again. Maybe I'm forcing it, but I just think the Necromancer is so cool. I really want to be the Necromancer. So, I was looking at the deck building menu here and trying to figure out what I wanted, and I realized I don't remember if the Blood Grove affected bosses or not, but if it does, obviously that's pretty significant. So that's the thing we should probably turn on. We should probably not be running outposts. I do like the arsenal. And I was thinking maybe we would stick to just river forest suburbs. As much as I like the idea of desertifying all of the creatures of the world and then having skeletons do their thing, because the desert doesn't affect the magic HP that we get from our necklace. If we really are just getting a huge attack speed, or a huge skeleton summoning speed bonus from the attack speed here, that seems like it may well be just good enough. I don't think we want to have the Storm Temple, though, because the burned forests aren't really going to be helpful to us. The temporal beacons, we think, do only affect attack damage, so that's probably not worth. It's probably not worth having a beacon on. We don't really need loot from the treasury, so we can leave all of this stuff. Just leave Oblivion on here, and then maybe this is how we run out there. I suppose the road lantern, the Smith's Forge could be useful. But maybe let's just try it like this. We keep the groves on so that we can blood grove near the road without having to put forests near the road. Because I don't know, the only other thing we might want to run is a cemetery, but a grove is probably fine in terms of just getting us more loot from the rat wolves. Let's try it like this. Let's see how this runs. Oh, Also, I did upgrade the cemetery a couple of times, and it continues to be upgradable after getting the revive thing, and it just increases the amount of HP you come back with after the revive. So we have a 35% revive as well, in addition to the other stuff that we've talked about here. So yeah, I'm feeling fairly strong. Got some more supply items too. You can see we have 28 things equipped now. I found 3 couch chairs in one loop, or in one expedition. I guess this is not actually relevant to... I was equipping these because we were playing the rogue before, but I guess we could take those off and equip 3 of something else. And then I did find a second old painting as well. This doesn't say on it that it doesn't stack, but it also, my suspicion is it only affects our direct attack damage, so it's probably not any good for the Necromancer. Also, we just sort of don't have any other equipment that's useful, really. A lot of these supply items are just garbage. Probably the first boss is undead, but again, this is just attack damage, right? I don't know if I do want to lower our max HP, because of the fact that the boss fight, like, fighting random enemies is not nearly as much of a problem as the boss fight. I kind of think these are bad. You know what? I'm just going to re-equip these, so that I don't have to change my equipment after we fail out of this real bad and end up going back to rogue. Then we'll worry about all that later. So yeah, I guess let's just have at it, right? Alright, just put this somewhere... I guess not close to the campfire, though, right? I'm going to put it over here. Because we want to leave the campfire... We want to make sure that we can get into fights around the campfire. It is wild that this is the fastest speed available by default. So, like, how many trees do we really need here? I guess... I'm debating changing up our tree placement strategy a little bit. Nah, whatever. Let's just leave it as it has been. I don't. We may just not play any forest though. It might be the case that the thing that makes the most sense is to save the forests for what do you call it? Just recycling to bookeries and stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this spiders coming out here would not actually be useful to us. I guess this is a space that needs to be dealt with, right? It's a space where a Lich Palace will spawn if we don't put something down. But I was kind of thinking we could just do that with battlefields. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we end up not even making use of this column then, if I'm thinking we're a little reluctant to play forests. Alright, a little bit of skeleton level is good. Okay. Early Blood Grove is really valuable, so let's, like, Grove here and Blood Grove there. Do we also want a grove here? Or we, you know what, this grove could go there. I guess, actually, I'm going to put it here, because it may still be the case that battlefielding this stuff into whatever that's called, Bloody Road, may end up being the smart move there. Because I sure would love some battlefields. But I'm feeling pretty good about these early pulls. So yeah, you can see the crossbowman is really, really improved. Like, a lot better at his job. So wait a second. Hold on. Oh no, that is 4 tiles back. Okay, I was gonna say, maybe he's more effective than we were led to believe. Yeah, seems pretty okay. Should definitely have done that before we got into that fight. Evasion's fine. I'm imagining a lot of this is gonna, yeah, not even be worth looking at. So obviously we're not feeling a big difference from the attack speed just yet. that'll help. We gotta look at every ring, because obviously there are a couple of stats that are just way more valuable than others. Okay. Where do we want to put this village? I could, I suppose, put a vampire mansion there. We could... boy, what happens if you Oblivion a grove that a Blood Grove is relying on? Because I'm kind of thinking, like, village here, vampire mansion there, and then we just, like, surround the area. Oh, but potentially giving vampirism to the boss, which I still don't actually know whether that's a thing or not. Why don't we put the village back here, then? Then again, maybe I should... Well, whatever. Maybe we'll do it afterward. Maybe we'll test it. Where else would we want a Blood Grove? I don't know. Hold on to it for the moment. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm gonna do it. We really need a vampire mansion and or a bookery. But yeah, I should definitely do this so that we can get a quest from the village, right? A Hungry Grove. Occasionally attacks the hero for 11 damage. Ah, but it takes the Devourer up to 20%. I don't know if I think that's beneficial. Oh, right. Also, we're going to have to deal with that nonsense. So, I feel like laying down one's life is really good. Yeah. Let's take that. We'll split our damage off here. Awesome. Really good news. Obviously, would have been slightly better news if we had gotten it before the boss fight, or before we actually hit the thing. I guess we want them on the inside because we're not trying to save this space for outposts or anything. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to scale up with loop level, I guess, since it has gone up already. I don't know if the 5% extra 5% extra grasping range is actually worth the damage that we're going to take from that. I guess it's going to be split over our skeletons, so maybe it's not even a thing to worry about. I wish I knew better what occasionally means. Alright, even more trees. So where are all of my bookeries? Well, it's not quite what I asked for, but thank you. That is a nice one. I should probably actually be equipping loot occasionally. I'm so used to it at this point, just assuming that everything we'll get for the first few loops is going to be garbage. Oh, max skeletons +1. I'll take the magic HP loss. And we did get our vampire mansions. Let me remember to actually play it. Okay, interesting. Oh, right. The place where I wanted to put it is stuck. Well... And I'm going to play this Vampire Mansion to get it out of our hand before it can get reshuffled. Do we want to lay down another grove for the purpose of being able to Blood Grove? If I grove here and then Blood Grove there... Well, I want a village here, though. I guess groving near the battlefield's not a bad idea. And actually, we need to cover this space anyway, right? Yeah, that'll give me some coverage for the battlefield area. So I think we're doing okay on covering up the tiles that we need to cover up. I honestly still cannot tell for sure if we are summoning noticeably faster. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take that over evasion. Okay, here we go. We're starting to see some real stuff. Well, that's just a straight upgrade. That's excellent. 14% summon quality. Yeah, that's probably an upgrade over that much skeleton level. Alright, nice that the ghoul villages are within range of the crossbows. That's very helpful. Probably not an upgrade. It is a fair amount of regen per second, but it's hard to imagine... Oh, right. Sorry, I should be a little careful that we don't summon the boss yet. We're not ready. So we need something here. I don't know if a spider cocoon even works there. Can you do that? Like, will the spiders spawn? I guess I can put a spider cocoon over here, and once we put a village down there, it won't even spawn anything anymore. So we need to cover this, which I'd love to do with a battlefield. And then this and that. Yeah, I'll just put this here for right now. And so maybe hold off on the rivers for a second. Maybe also hold off on those. Okay, skeletons, regen per sec, attack speed. I mean, big yes to max skeletons. Is it the... It's probably over the summon quality ring? You know, I honestly don't know. I'm gonna put it over the other one. Alright, happy to see some chests coming in. Counterattack seems very good. And none of the other ones do. So that was easy. Okay, now we can Oblivion this to Vampire Mansion it instead. And we're gonna just see if the boss fight has the vampirism modifier on it. Because if it does, then obviously we gotta not do that on future runs. That is a very good upgrade. Yep, okay. We do need more magic HP. But for the moment, we're surviving. So I'm not opposed to a battlefield. Honestly, I would lay down a spider cocoon in that space south of the battlefield as well. That would also be fine. And then do we want to... I guess this is okay. I don't know what I'm hoping for here. You know, that's not bad. We could do that. Yeah, without the outposts, it's a little it's a little trickier. Like, what else do we want to put near? I guess I'll do a bookery. This one will wear down slowly, but that's fine. And then, like, do we want to summon the boss? I kind of feel like we're in a pretty good spot relative to our expected gear level for Loop 4. Yeah, I think I do. I think I do want to summon the boss. So let's create some suburbs. And then I think we're gonna hold off. Let's throw 3 of these through the bookery. Ooh, I do like another battlefield. Maybe we go ahead and put down another battlefield here. Yeah, we'll let one tile become Bloodpath. And then do I throw down both of the rivers? No, I'm gonna put down one and we'll get a full reshuffle here. Because they're still like, I would still like to pull villages. No such luck. Alright, this is going to be a little ugly. We may end up oblivioning the spider nest here after we, now that we have used it for the thing we needed it for. Oh, right, I got a couple of pieces of supply gear that increased our max potion carrying by 1. Which I think is a pretty great upgrade, actually. Nope, certainly not. That is, wow, that is completely identical to another thing we're already wearing. I do feel like we should probably go ahead and do some of this. And yeah, with this arrangement, anywhere we put the thing down, we are two buildings off of the next town. We may as well do that. And then do I want to just throw these forests down? No, I'll save them for, well, I guess we're probably going to have a lot of extra cards by that time, right? Yeah, I would like to go into this boss fight with a lot more magic HP than this, though. We need a new necklace to drop that's actually worth equipping. It's tough. It's tough once you have max skeletons. Okay, definitely playing a thicket. That's a downgrade. That's... well... you know? Here, actually, I'm gonna make these switches. We'll end up on 4 max skeletons instead of 5 that way, but we do gain a lot of magic HP. Alright, the crossbows are doing some lovely work. I mean, I think I gotta hold on to the max skeletons, if I'm honest. Yeah. Alright, so village just somewhere. Probably play the bookery. Maybe down here, and then yeah, just save a bunch of cards for potentially getting booked. We don't necessarily need to play any of this right now. I don't know if these are functional on the boss fight. Unseen Care seems like a much better pull, especially since we're still, like, relatively early. Alright, so the vampirism effect is all enemies that are not objects or artificial. Yeah, we know. Sadly. Okay, so yeah, we definitely can't go doing this thing. That was a move that is going to harm us. Although, actually, he's not healing. Okay, so it says he will be affected by it, but he is not affected by it. Well, good. He shouldn't be affected by it. It's too much. So yeah, we're gonna probably get through this okay, it looks like. How much health does the skeleton actually have? Not that much. So if the boss hits me, he is still working through the skeletons at a pretty decent pace. Oh hey, I reflected a magic attack. That is a thing I can do. I think we have 2 of those magic reflect mirrors on, so... Alright, first boss goes down pretty easily. And this is working a lot better than the last thing we did as the Necromancer. So a little bit of a dip in skeleton level, but we get considerable quality out of it. Okay, well that's a no-brainer. That's a huge upgrade. I guess I'm gonna take the quality. We could use better skeletons. We could use the fancier skeletons. Better is very very judgmental here. Do some suburbs. I probably want to keep playing stuff. Like, I'm still feeling relatively powerful. Right, more thickets. Always more thickets. And do we need more vampire mansions? It is a question. I guess I could put Vampire Mansion down here, and we could set up some towns, and this town is in a place where it would still be getting shot at. So, but do I want to put down a Vampire Mansion before we even have the town? I guess I do want to, because I want to make sure that we are, we're not going to lose both of the mansions to a weird reshuffle off the bookery. And then, do we want to, we don't need to install another Blood Grove right now, but we may want to later. I think I'll grove this, and we can Blood Grove around there somewhere. Hopefully we'll get another card from one of these battles. Do I want to use that Oblivion, maybe? Wow, that's a lot of extra level. Okay, we're gonna do the trade-off again. Yeah, is there anything here I want to Oblivion? Like, that's, I guess, a little bit dangerous. The vampire spiders can be a little scary. But no, I guess not. We'll put this down now, because we're definitely going to want to have that down. And same with that one. Okay, all of a sudden, the loot's got really good and also, numerous? Boy, there sure is a lot of it, huh? So, 82 magic HP, no skeletons, though. This has a lot less level. It does get quality over the attack speed, which I do think is a pretty significant bonus. But it's a lot less level. That I don't think is even a consideration. So, +1 skeleton versus 17% quality and 0.23 level. I think that's not good. I think that's not worth doing. Alright, show me villages. Nope. Nope. And nope. Alright, well, at least a thicket. Then we'll hope to accumulate some new cards here before the next bookery. I'm happy to see such a large number of bookeries, though. I think that's going to be very helpful. And we got a lot of suburbs really quickly too, which was nice. Oh, I shouldn't have played that thicket. We should have held that because we want to make sure that we have enough cards here, right? So that gives us 2 places where we can one suburb to make a town. I mean, at the moment, I really don't value anything more than getting another couple of villages down. It's very important. The battlefield's certainly not bad, though. Do we want to play this? I probably want to play this. Maybe like here, to avoid creating too much more blood path, because it can be kind of dangerous, right? Although I guess if I place it right here, we're not creating any additional blood path after the village. Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. Ah, still nothing. Alright, well, I think I am gonna just play this bookery here. Like, we're gonna keep digging. Oh hey, Vampire Mage. That's pretty alright. Okay. Feeling pretty confident at this point that attack speed does work the way we've been talking about. Like, boy, it sure seems to. So we wanna play spiders? Do we need more spiders? Where do we want more spiders? I guess is the real question. I do, in fact, want them, but where? Boy, do I actually though? Are we maybe good on spiders? We might be. Let's go ahead and do this and also this. Yeah, spiders. Spiders are still dangerous. I think that counterattack thing is very helpful, though. So yeah, we still probably actually do want to Oblivion this spider nest. The spiders with the attack speed reduction plus the vampire thing, it's too much. It's too dangerous. Okay, finally got ourselves a village. I think we do want to be committing cards about as quickly as we can. Like, I feel like we're pretty powerful relative to sort of the average value for this loop value, so we want to be getting stuff done here. No, we just triggered a battle in that, so we're walking out of that tile. We're not going to get stopped there. Let's definitely play the thicket. Yep, that's just free loot for us. We're not going to be able to summon the next boss, obviously, before we hit the campfire here in a second anyway, so Let's not stress too much about getting the rest of these cards out of our hand. Resurrection charge. I mean, I don't think Horde is terrible, but probably an extra resurrection is pretty solid. Out of curiosity, how much summon level is that? Okay, it's not that different from the non-gray. Ooh, that's a plus skeleton's shield. So we lose some defense and stuff. Yeah, I'm doing it. Now we're getting ranged skeletons. That feels like a pretty big deal. Also, yeah, these crossbow dudes, they really do contribute, don't they? Once you pour enough resources into them. And it wasn't that expensive, like I said. I think I did 3 resource runs on Expedition 3, and it really was kind of, like, remarkable how easy that was. Do we have a... No, we don't currently have a bandit village up. That's the thing I would be most likely to want to burn Oblivion on. I guess, actually, we don't need to burn the spider cocoon, because now that there's a village here, spiders won't spawn into it anyway. So definitely keep placing these. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how we do that. We're going to have to build out both corners eventually anyway. And so if we don't use this Oblivion now, there's a good chance we lose it. But if we keep this number of cards in hand, there's at least a reasonable chance that that in fact we do not. Also, I was not paying attention. Shoot, I need to pay closer attention. I still don't feel like I know whether or not the Blood Grove affects bosses. Alright, so our attack speed goes from 68 to 72. Huh. Okay, I was expecting it to increase in the way that we had observed it increasing before, but apparently it's not always quite like that. This seems like an okay place for one of those. And then, yeah, I guess we're just holding on to some stuff in the hopes of seeing it reshuffled. And we'll try to push for fighting the boss at the end of Loop 6. Alright, not exactly the stuff I was hoping for, if I'm honest. Okay, a village, though. A village is exciting. So, village... There, we're already starting to turn some of them. That's very good news. Definitely continue to extend the river. So 76 attack speed becomes 80. Yeah. So I was expecting it here to get doubled again, right? To add 8. Instead of adding 4, because we're already adding 4 when we put a second river down. I guess, that's weird. It's weird that that does not work the way I expected. I guess just continue to place thickets alongside this, and we're going to snake it around again, probably. Yeah. Alright, we'll fight the second boss at the beginning of this next loop. And I guess at this point we'll just throw down Forest. There's no reason not to, no reason to be coy at this point. Do we want another Vampire Mansion? At the moment, no, I don't think so. Just hold on to it as a card that may get taken instead of our Oblivion when we hit the Bookery. Alright, even with the crossbow guys, Blood Clot's still pretty tough. 10% chance to be destroyed by its own attack. Interesting. What an interesting ability for you to have gained. Alright, 6 blue. You know, we might have enough attack speed. I actually think that may be an upgrade. It's hard for me to imagine I'm going to want to drop this shield anytime soon. Gosh, I sure do love skeletons. Just having more skeletons around. I think we're still sort of in a place, though, where like the thing we're looking for most loot, cards-wise is just show me a lot of villages. Boy, I don't hate all of this Oblivion, though. Alright, 3.4 is pretty good. 3.92, wow. Or, actually, this is slightly over 4. 4 skeleton level. It would drop our skeleton or our summon quality to plus 17%, but it is a lot of level. No, I think we need the summon quality. Yeah, like we're really suffering here because we're getting all normal skeletons. I'm having a really hard time keeping up with the damage output needs. Although, actually, it's maybe not the only problem. Yeah, wow, I significantly underestimated how dangerous the rat wolves were going to be with vampire backup, I think. This is actually a little scary. Oh no, I've been thicketed. I've been blood groved. Oh, come on, please don't spend a resurrection charge here. Just need a little bit of time to let my regen happen. Alright, it looks like we've established some level of control, although failing to put up a guard skeleton is maybe not great. Okay, that got a little close. So, only a tiny little bit extra skeleton quality. Oh, hey, that's just raw upgrades. Yeah, maybe I do need 12% evasion, though. Maybe that would be a good idea after all. So yeah, Vampire Grove, kind of dangerous. Kind of a dangerous thing. What is the theoretical attack speed, like, the sort of the attack speed soft cap on the Necromancer? When does it become less useful? Is it going to scale tremendously with exactly what the fights are? Right, like as soon as you have your maximum number of skeletons out, is when it has become tremendously less useful. Ooh. A pair of villages. I'm pretty excited about that. Stupid Mimic. Of course it had to be a Mimic. Oh, finish him off. Finish him off. Alright, excellent news. Okay, 3.53. I don't think I want to make any of these changes. That is a fair amount of skeleton level. We'd lose 17 quality over it, though. Yeah, I don't know. So let's go ahead and put down... Oh, interesting. You can't put a village on Bloodpath. Can I... Oblivion the Bloodpath? Okay. I do feel like that's a good idea. And then, like, maybe we're overextended in terms of danger. Maybe I need to just put down, like, friendly villages somewhere. If I do this, it's gonna spawn a bandit camp, which we'll have to immediately blow up. But I think I'm... Oh, no, it didn't. I thought, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's an even-numbered village. Well, okay. Not gonna complain about it, certainly. Let's do this, and we may as well put these up. Do I want to reshuffle for more villages? Like, I'm sort of thinking that a village over here might be a little much. Maybe I just want to go really deep on suburbs. Why can't they all just be slime fights, right? Yeah, none of that stuff is particularly interesting. I guess I didn't really need to look at the level 3 Grey Book. Alright, let's hold off for a second here and see what the bookery might want to yield for us. Instead of playing the suburb? I mean, how many is enough? I have no idea. Another battlefield. Maybe not. Get him, guys. Get him. So, interesting. Every creature's attack increases its damage by 1.8 until the end of the battle. Okay, so these guys are going to get, like, more and more dangerous. For everybody who's not a necromancer, seems like a real nightmare. For the necromancer, it's just free loot. Ooh, I do like Bottomless Bottle. I think I am going to play the battlefield. Boy, that's a shame. 3 incredibly crummy loot items instead of, like, gear. A grove might be worth playing. Alternatively, a grove might be far too dangerous to play. And I guess we know at this point that building a big chunk of towns next to each other doesn't necessarily do anything. Yeah, at what point are we not getting a lot more value? Because, like, the cost to level up, the experience necessary to level up, does rise pretty sharply after each level. So at some point you're not really necessarily getting a ton of value out of placing additional towns, because it becomes less and less likely that you're going to meet those new thresholds. And I do not know how to optimize for that. Gosh, I sure wish my skeletons were coming out, first of all, the ones with the claws, and secondly, with some intent to damage the things that are already damaged. Okay, level 7 ring. That is just raw evasion, not very exciting. I mean, listen, I'm real happy about the level 7s, but could they not be gray, potentially? I guess let's keep building this out, and then we do have now a Grove and Blood Grove combo. Do we want to do that in another place? Do we want to, like, maybe Grove here, Blood Grove there? That gives us a little bit of weird coverage. I don't hate that. It does create the Vampire Mansion Grove situation again, though, which is scary. Maybe we do the Grove somewhere over here. And it kind of doesn't matter where, right? We have the Blood Grove's going to kick in a lot of different places. I guess we're going to have an abandoned bookery thing going on over here eventually. So maybe it would be a good idea to put down... Maybe to do this, so that the Blood Grove's active on the question mark village. I'm just thinking with the book there, it's not a free fight anymore, right? Okay, I really need more of these vampire mansions to, or these vampire towns to turn. Okay, Claw Skeleton got in some good damage on that guy before he died. Unfortunately, nobody else is kicking in now. Yeah, the attack speed is really solving a lot of our problems, though. Wow, 4.1 regen per sec is a lot. It's just like, if you're at a point where your regen matters in combat, you're probably in pretty dire shape already, and like in a way that regen's not going to get you out of. You can't defend yourself to victory, generally speaking. Alright, now we're in the easy part of the loop. Easy, relatively. Yeah, I desperately need more skeleton quality. This thing where we are routinely summoning a full crew of skeletons and they're all coming out classless. That's not going to work for the long run. 17 quality, 5 evasion, trades out. No, it's just worse. It's just worse. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's yellow instead of orange, and it's the same level as the other ring. So yeah, a lot of holding out, looking for better loot. I guess we can Bloodgrove here, just get extra Bloodgrove space. Real happy we have crossbowmen in place on this one. Alright, starting to see some level 8s. It's probably not worth it. What ability did you get? Anyone directly attacking this creature receives... Oh, because he's, like, thorned. Every hit done to the golem increases the chance for critical hit. And then it drops back to 0. Okay. Yeah, basically just, like, desperately try to keep putting up guard skeletons while the crossbowmen do their job. Okay, that's a pretty significant upgrade. It's a lot of summon quality lost, though. 111. Man. It's over a level and a half. Yeah, it probably offsets the summon quality, just like the raw damage output that the skeletons gain from that. And this gives me defense, which I don't care so much about. It's a fair amount of evasion, of regen. No, it's definitely not worth losing the skeleton summon over that. I thought I had paused it. Okay, well, whatever. I guess we're doing this. So I have no potions. What I do have is a fairly high summon speed, and also skeletons that are dying constantly. Okay, there we go. We're starting to get some established. If I could get a guard skeleton up, it would be pretty cool. Yeah, we are paying the price for our low skeleton quality here. So we have 2 resurrections. I don't know what order they fire in. I'm not sure that it matters, really. Okay, the low HP one goes off automatically. You don't even get a say. Okay, so I think the Bloodgrove does not affect bosses, because this boss would... Oh no! Okay, there it is. That's weird. She sure looked like she was way under 20% there. Alright. Unacceptable. She's mad. I'm unable to persuade even one fool to lower his weapon. You know, that's a fair point. You are not doing a great job at that. This time I'm going to burn your body. Farewell to you. That's not going to make a difference. We all know that that's not going to make a difference. Okay, so we're through that, but we spent most of our resources on it, so that gives me some pretty grim feelings about the future. I don't actually think this is very good, despite it being level 8. Yeah, it just kind of has bad stats on it. So here, 10% attack speed... It's a lot of personal defense, but like I'm not that worried about my personal defense. I don't think that's broadly the problem that we're having. And bosses hit so hard that it feels like personal defensive stats are unlikely to matter that much. Although again, the fact that we don't actually know what defense does certainly harms that analysis. Okay, so we got a lot of that going. At this point, I don't know that we need the map to be generating any additional monsters. Ah, it's a shame. Always a shame to pull a battlefield right after you cross the campfire. 18% summon quality. You know what? I'll take it. It's an upgrade. It is technically an upgrade. Yeah, we really need some more summon quality, though. Okay, so definitely Blood Grove. It sure doesn't look like the vampirism affects the bosses at all, even though it does say that it's on the fight. That's interesting. A level 5 gray that is strictly worse than a level 3 orange. What do we want to do with the river at this point? I guess we can extend it this way some. And then we may as well just keep playing all of the attack speed. The faster we get these early skeletons up, the better. And summoning skeletons doesn't even cost any of the stamina bar. Yeah, this definitely feels better. Okay. Do we want to Oblivion this grove? I kind of think so. I think the rat wolves... Well, now that we're summoning skeletons faster, though, maybe it won't matter so much. I guess let's give it a chance. Let's see. It's possible we're just going to die. And we don't have any resurrections left or anything, so it could be bad. $18 summon quality, a little bit of level. What do we actually lose on this? We lose 5% evasion. Yeah, okay. Ooh, more village. I do like more village. So the corridor right before the boss is just like, it's just the mega heal zone now. I might go ahead and put a village right there. Just heal me right before this group of relatively difficult fights, and then yeah, that's getting blown up instantly. Yeah, it's still scary. Turns out. But yeah, you can see, even with our constantly expanding network of suburbs and towns here, our rate of leveling up has decreased pretty sharply. Summon quality 20... I mean, I think we gotta take it. I know losing plus skeletons, but it's too much summon quality to give up. And it has a little bit of level on it. That has 18, so like we're giving up... Yeah, I guess I regain our skeleton there, though. I think that makes sense to do. This is not even an upgrade. Yeah, okay. Really tough to keep people up against the the wooden warrior. The skeletons love to hit him. Oh hey, got another level up finally. I mean, this doesn't help me survive. This helps in fights, I guess. In difficult fights in particular. Yeah, okay. It's not awesome, but it's better than the alternative, I think. So... Alright, let's get that third boss up. I am feeling a little bit nervous. I do not feel that we have continued to gain strength at the rate that I would like. But we have made the area right before the boss basically just reset us to full health, so that'll help for sure. Okay, more river's probably good. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, more village. Do I want to put down another vampire village there? I'm a little leery of increasing the difficulty of that area. It's a scary prospect. We could do it right here. Yeah, alright. Well, we're certainly not going to get another level up before the third boss, so the suburbs that we are drawing here are not as exciting as they could be. I mean, so, okay, if we run the river out like this, it'll let us do that, but we're definitely, like, hitting a point where the river is starting to have limited utility. I mean, I guess we should just keep playing the tiles, though, because, like, hey, what if we saw the next boss? Wouldn't that be neat? Actually, that tile didn't really do anything, did it? Because now we're just going to turn upward immediately, because we've hit the road. Well, it is almost certainly the case that we'll never benefit from another tile off of this anyway, so who cares? So when we're getting magic books alongside these guys, it's still not like a huge danger to me, but the book will have time to potentially damage me while the skeletons are caught up fighting the wooden warriors, so I'm a little nervous about that. Just like a little tiny bit worried. Sure. Battlefield, sure. Spread these battlefields out very carefully at this point. I mean, I may as well. Alright, so we gotta get, like, I think very lucky against this next boss. Ooh. Actually high-level gear. 20% summon quality for a reduction in attack speed and evasion. I think I'll take that. And then... yeah, that's not even a real consideration. Alright, here's where stuff starts to get a little bit real. But I guess the ghouls themselves are not that dangerous. They just don't attack quickly enough. And the slow thing, particularly, is frustrating for them against the necromancer. We're just dealing out a lot of attacks constantly. But hey, this is progress, right? First of all, we're actually going to make it to see the third boss, probably. Provided nothing goes horribly awry in the next couple of seconds here. And then, on top of that, we managed to do it with the Necromancer. And I sure would like to play the Necromancer in a sort of a broad, general sense. So I'm very, very happy if we don't have to go back to Rogue. I mean, that One Ring is doing so little for us. I wish we could find... It's hard to imagine that it's right to drop a skeleton, but for the right set of, like, quality and level, it totally would be. I don't think 17 quality is enough, though. Alright, we have here a quest Ratwolf, who hopefully will drop some compelling loot. Nope, level 8 Grey Ring. Yeah, just a lot of not very compelling gear. I guess we may as well forest out. There's no more fights between us and the boss, so. And we should probably just play the rivers and the suburbs and stuff more to keep pushing the bar toward the fourth boss than anything else. Do I want to just play these forests away from the river, though, maybe? I guess I can put them over here where the river... Oh, no. That stops... That's right. The river would need to get here before it could turn downward. Well, whatever. I'm just going to put them down here instead. Like, we'll try to save the spaces actually adjacent to the river for over here for thickets. Alright, let's see if we can do it. Hey, look who it is. What a clever dog. That's right. It is Woof. Alright, let's do the thing. Do we really have to talk about this? Is it really God who's destroying this world? How would he... He's not even going to know that. Come on. Is it possible for God to die? Oh, we're going to find out. Look, it's a rhetorical question. I don't actually have the answer. Alright, let's do it. Let's do the fighting. Stop talking, let's do the fighting. Stop talking, let's do the fighting. Okay, have their abilities changed at all? I think the pack bonus is bigger than it was before, I'm pretty sure. Okay, managed to get one of our casters up. Or managed to get our only ranged unit up, but that's good. That's just raw damage they can't do anything about. We may actually kill the hunter first here. I guess that makes sense, because the dogs keep going into star mode, where they're not attackable, right? Is that an upgrade here mid-fight? So we lose 20... No. We lose... No summon quality, actually, just due to the level difference. We lose a little bit of regen. Yeah, okay. I'll trade regen for evasion. I think that's sensible. 113, probably not. This loses the skeleton, but gains less than a level. Yeah. No thanks. We're cool. I mean, it's looking pretty alright. Obviously, I'd feel a little bit better if I was summoning guard skeletons more regularly. Because, yeah, these guys can still crit pretty hard. There we go. Although, actually, with the buff up from his two allies being dead, he does just one-shot everything all the time. It's true. I am clearly just better than you, and you should definitely not resurrect on the next attempt. Yeah, everybody has their limits, you know? I devour whole universes. Why can't I do it now? Alright, yeah, the dialogue is not awesome. Now, one thing, you're not immortal. I feel kind of immortal, though. Like, in one sense, I die all the time, but it never seems to stick, you know? Alright, yeah, I really like being the 203% attack speed Necromancer. It feels very powerful to me. Do I think we're going to get another level? Honestly, probably not. Probably not even before the final boss spawns. I guess I should be placing these in spots where they're going to allow me to put down blood groves, right? Although I also don't want to limit the growth of the town very much. Yeah, this is something. We're probably not going to get a lot of river done from here. Look at all that town. So we're already halfway through the bar to the fourth boss, who will actually be something totally new, I assume. 27 defense. So am I gaining 20 defense at the cost of a fifth of a skeleton level? Well, more closer to a fourth, I guess. No? I don't really take that much direct damage. I guess during boss fights I do, potentially. Wow, that was a lot of loot. Yeah, okay, I will do this. So 4.53... No, that's not an upgrade. Any ring that has +1 skeleton on it is, like, potentially very exciting, because I'd really love to be able to overwrite one of these two, but I also definitely don't think we should lose +1 skeleton. Honestly, an extra skeleton is just so powerful. It's very difficult to imagine that not being the thing to take. Although I suppose we are, to some degree, having trouble maintaining the max value. But, like, getting into the ranged skeletons, getting skeletons up who cannot be killed, who are just dealing constant damage, seems so powerful. Alright, show me some decent gear here. We're definitely getting a little bit outclassed by the rat wolves in a way that's got me, like, pretty nervous about the rat wolves we're going to face outside of camp range. May as well continue to play these. I actually can't play a river tile. Wow, that's a hell of a melee attack. I think the flesh golem killed 2 of my skeletons with a single hit. I gotta tell you, though, I think this is going a lot better than I was expecting it to. I thought there was a real good chance we were just gonna lose twice really quickly with the Necromancer and then consign ourselves to having to play Rogue. So, this is nice. This is fun. Man, +1 skeleton is like a very rare... Wow, that's a lot of skeleton level for a level 7 item. But yeah, +1 skeleton's just like very rare, huh? I mean, we can probably afford to just put this down here. Yeah, continue pulling in loot. I think that's a thing that's probably survivable. It's at this point my primary concern. I guess we have a couple of spots where we can get a single where we can get a town upgrade off of a single additional suburb. Yeah, the health of our skeletons is not scaling upward with enemy damage quite as much as I might like. It's probably because we're wearing some outdated gear here. But it's hard to give up plus skeletons, you know? Especially the 5th one. Alright, well, we're gonna get through this fight eventually. Anything? Loot? Okay, well... It's not really a lot of compelling stuff here. I mean, I guess that's a lot of skeleton level. It would drop us below 50% quality, though. It's probably not a good idea. And then... Yeah, I guess it makes sense to build out this way a little bit. We're not going to get the boss on this loop, though, huh? That's definitely concerning. We're going to have to get some actual, like, loot drops here, because we're definitely getting outscaled by the world. Well, this is definitely some stuff we can afford to drop. I would not be opposed to, at this point, an Oblivion for that forest, so that we could run the river out a little bit further. Let's do a battlefield, like, up here somewhere. Oh, what is that now? Shipwreck. Oh, battlefield next to the river. Interesting. Spawns a siren once per loop. Spawns a chest with no mimics. Enemies on adjacent tiles may become ghosts. Interesting. That's a cool thing. That's a cool thing we've not seen before. I guess let's just put stuff down to have stuff down. That said, it's hard to, real hard to want to put down... Here, we'll put that there. It's real hard to want to put down new vampire mansions. Those are a little scary. You know, I put that bookery down in a place where it wasn't going to get pulled a lot, because I was like, I don't actually want it to collapse. But we do want to be flipping cards, because there are certain cards that are not valuable to us anymore. We want to make sure that we are getting the other stuff. So maybe put this down in a place where it is going to fire twice per loop. I mean, we really want to minimize the number of remaining loops here, but we have a lot of progress to go on that bar. Okay, trees. Trees are exciting. Yes, Oblivion this so that we can just build the river out. The river's gonna come to a dead end here in a second anyway, but we're gonna build it into here. Okay, so now these are functioning as though they were towns. And then... yeah, thicket and forest. Oh, I refed that blood grove. I don't know if I actually want to do that. Whatever. Too late now. Who knows? Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get enough drops here. Yeah, none of this stuff is very compelling. We should at least see the 4th boss before we get outscaled to death. Wow. No, that's honestly, the stats on that aren't even good. Yeah, I'm eager to see new loot. It's making me look at stuff more than I should, because, like, we're finding a lot of garbage. We're finding a lot of, like, level 6 gear. Okay, definitely do this. That book has plus skeletons on it, but we lose 20% summon quality and over a skeleton level. Probably not actually a smart thing to do. Yeah, alright. Come on, bookery. Alright, trees. Trees and suburbs. That's what we need. Alright, rivers, not actually available. Oh, we're getting close. We might get there. So we can lay down vampire mansions like back here without it affecting anything. And I guess a spider cocoon adjacent to a village doesn't do anything either. Thicket is playable. We could put a thicket inside. Yeah, I guess, right? So actually, I think we are going to get there. We just need like 1 or 2 playable cards, and then we can at least see the 4th boss. If not necessarily get an actual kill. Ooh, boy, that's a lot of level. I think it's probably wrong to play that. Alright, here we go. May as well play all of our attack speed stuff. Summon the skeletons faster than ever before. We might, maybe, get a level. I would not mind a level. Especially if we could maybe, like, pull another resurrection charge. I don't know if you can get multiple copies of the same level up trait. But it would be pretty great if we could. And if we pull an Oblivion here, I think we probably do just use it to sever that grove. Because, like, 5% HP totally might matter. I'm going to do it. Get out of here with that. We will put down trees in other locations. This is pretty intense boss music. I have no idea how much, like, material stuff we have. How are we doing on that? 24 metal, 32 wood. Actually, pretty well. We have kind of a lot of things. So we're totally going to get that level. We are absolutely getting a level up. Alright, fingers crossed it's something, like, relevant. Fingers crossed that it is something good. Horde, Blissful Ignorance, and well, Horde is the only one that even potentially has value, right? Provided that the skeletons join us at the beginning of the loop before the boss fight. I'm not confident that that's how that will actually work. I guess I could have potentially Oblivioned all of the stuff in between us and the boss, but, like, I think we'll probably hit the boss at full health anyway. Because it's just it's a bunch of upgraded counts lands, right? Like, what was that? What was that nails being pounded into them animation? Huh. Alright, do we have a place where we could potentially benefit from a bookery? Because, like, I guess suburbs can't really do anything anymore. We're just kind of playing stuff to play stuff at this point. Yeah, the only things we can draw that matter at this point are forests and stuff, so we get attack speed upgrades. To get even more summoning speed, in case that's a thing that we needed. Yeah, I don't really want to drop summon quality. I think we're not changing things up too much. I think we're going to stick with a level 3 orange ring all the way into the final boss fight. Yeah, that's not an upgrade. So 6% evasion for a quarter of a skeleton level. It's like, probably not. Evasion is valuable. Yeah, I still have to survive the boss fight, and during the boss fight is the only time when we're realistically taking much direct damage. Okay, a thicket's nice though. Happy to see thickets. Even more summoning speed. Do some of this. Look at all the towns. And I think this is the last real fight, right? Or the last not real fight, I guess. The last fight before the real fight. So as long as we can handle this without losing any potions, I think we're in as good a shape as we could be expected to be. Obviously, it would have been nice to get there with any of our resurrection charges left, but what are you going to do? Play better? Who could possibly? Yep, that stuff's interesting. Getting more thickets, though. God, this ghoul. Over 1,000 HP. And all we got from the quest was building resources. Oh, there is one wolf fight remaining. Yeah, having this much attack speed is actually really nice. And also 100% necessary to maintaining any number of skeletons at all, frankly. Alright, got ourselves another alchemist shelf, so this is the thing that gives you more max potions. Obviously, unlikely to be super relevant here. Yeah, none of this stuff could possibly matter. Okay, we did get our 3 empowered skeletons at the beginning of the loop, so that's cool. Oh, hey, it's God. This is the part where we attack and dethrone God. Once upon a time, my transformation started here. Hear me out. Must we... You want to explain everything before you kill me? Exterminate. It's not the same. Although, for a consciousness and personality created by it, there's not much of a difference, I guess. I don't want just to explain, but to be explained. There's no actual sense in it, but maybe you'll help me understand something that I can't. Well, listen, I can't be explaining you if you annihilate me, so checkmate. This is me, listening closely. I was Alpha, the beginning and creator of all. I created everything, because I was a god of creation. Again, the text, maybe not amazing. And life in all of its variety and relativity I liked the most. And you, humans, were my favorite among all living beings. Seems unlikely. I've adopted the form of a human and manifested myself to humans in countless worlds, to look at my creation and to feel joy from it. But it was here, in the heart of a world filled with different creatures, teeming with life and struggle, where I was met not as a creator, but as a threat. Now that does sound like humans. A man covered his family from my light as if it was searing flame. He had a spear in his hands. And he tried to kill me. The spear didn't do me any harm. It was still just the atoms I created, scattered and reorganized. The matter I created poses me no threat. Well, that's bad news for us. It traveled through space and hit not my body, but emptiness. But that impulse! I was more surprised than ever before. I was puzzled. The magnificence of that moment, the defiance of your creator, the will to live and keep living. A small triumph of life, completely independent of me, so pure and self-sustained, going against the will of its creator. Only a small moment of this excitement, and I let the spear pierce my chest. I died, and I didn't die. At the center of all creation, a new me was born, new and eternal. I was striving not to create, but to return everything to nothingness as it was before. A desire born from the denial of my old intention. Pointless creation replaced by pointless destruction. Okay, well, at least he's, self-aware. So you allowed yourself to be killed. Why? Why would you do that? Well, I think it was out of compassion. I wished to give my killer what he desired. So why not show compassion now, then? What's the point of complete emptiness, of non-existence? Leave at least some of it to us, to survivors. You were created, so you won't be able to understand. Why does existence and being have any meaning for you? Why is emptiness not perfect for you? Well, there's no me. So how could it be? What does that even mean? I'm obsessed with the idea of reducing everything to nothing. The absence of existence seems absolutely right to me. It's ideal. But that doesn't really, make sense, because you're part of This guy is positing an existence for himself outside of the concept of existence, which seems a little short-sighted to me. Your servants couldn't destroy this place. That means I have a chance, even if this is all that's left to protect. I mean, maybe. I guess maybe it means that. You're not him. although you are closer to him than anyone else. That's why you are still here. You are the closest relative of the man who was holding that spear all those ages ago. You're just a tiny bit of the memory of my birth, a display of sentimentality that I've acquired along with the human form. A deeply personal little bit of world that I want to destroy with my own hands. Knowingly or not, I guarded you against my own disciples. That's how you survived, not buying it. I'm actually interested in what may become of all this. Be brave. I will give you a chance to defend your world. Because that would be right. Okay. Nothing else he's doing is right in that by that same conception of right, but whatever, who cares? Alright, so. Destroys all cards and items at the start of battle. Every third attack erases one item and one of the hero's stats from existence. Huh. Okay, seems like a problem. Also, 3,000 health is also an issue. But he didn't get rid of my stuff before I managed to summon 5 skeletons, so that's something. Alright, so he's not just erasing our stuff, though. Like, our stuff is getting erased, but also it's getting returned afterward. So we are wearing him down. And he's having a hard time actually dealing much damage to me. It's gonna be close at this rate. I guess I haven't spent any of my potions yet. Maybe we're gonna get him. Maybe this is actually gonna work. It's like the very first good run we had. Well, now he's taken away all of my skeletons. I do need those. I do need the skeletons. That's a pretty solid strat. If he can just erase all of my skeletons from beating, that's gonna work against me pretty well. Okay, managed to get a 5th one back up, and it's a mage, not an archer. Good news. And we only have to get him to 20%, right? I'll say this, all of the art in this game is great, and I think the art for this fight is absolutely no exception. All of his spell effects are super cool looking. I'm gonna feel a little bit bad about winning this, though, because I don't really understand the mechanics of it. Like, we just sort of stumbled in here, and it does look like it's going. One thing I haven't talked about very much is that I really like the fact that, like, the day-night cycle continues to run during the fights. I like the idea of an epic battle against a boss that runs for, like, multiple days. You're just hacking at each other and wearing each other down. He has started to burn through our potions pretty quickly here. Whenever he does the thing where he removes my ability to have skeletons, it does hurt a lot. So where are we at? 13, okay. We're getting there. His health bar does not represent his actual health percentage very cleanly, in my opinion. Because it looks to me like it's probably about 20% full right now, but it was much closer to 40% when we looked at it. Slowly. Slowly but surely. Still have 3 potions left, and a lot of health, and also a lot of dead skeletons. No. Give me back my skeletons. I cannot fight you hand to hand. I will definitely lose if this is a punch fight. Okay, I like the number of non-basic skeletons we've managed to get up here. What do you know? It turned out the solution to all our problems all along was just continue to play Necromancer. It is seeming like okay, he's still above 20%. Yeah, the health bar is a terrible representation. Okay, there we go. He allowed himself to be consumed by a grove. Seems like the kind of thing that he could maybe prevent. I just need to sit down for a second here. It finally happened. I wasn't wrong. I didn't overestimate your importance for my existence, and for my death. I'm afraid you actually were wrong, and you did overestimate it, says the lady from camp. Sorry, what? Hello again, boy. Let me introduce myself once more. I'm the actual hidden boss, apparently. My name is Yoda, and I am probability itself. I'm a goddess of all the unimportant events that tie together to allow the universe to continue spinning. A rustle of a branch causing an avalanche, a small rock that starts an earthquake, and now also a goddess of dramatic entrances, I guess. I mean, sort of. Yoda, I don't know you. I didn't create you in any of my incarnations. Probabilities, chances, where did you come from? Well, again, he seems to be very unaware of the fact that, like, given the way he exists, existence must have existed before him. Oh, I've always existed, just as you yourself have. Like many others that we still don't know anything about. The world is ridiculously big. I liked the creation of your last incarnation. I didn't want it to disappear completely, but I can't confront you head on. So what's the probability that something capable of defeating you exists in this world? How tiny is that chance? Doesn't matter. I've decided that probability still exists, and apparently that's how the rules work. And here he is, a small man made from flesh, blood, a bit of luck, and some play of circumstances, standing before you. Alright, I think we get the idea. Are we going to fight Yoda, or are we good? Don't underestimate the importance of this moment, she says. I guess. There exists an uncountable number of probabilities where you have been defeated, where you've died on your looped path or were killed by one of his disciples, or just decided to give up and face the end of the world. All these probabilities and realities are still doomed to happen. Okay. But how's that relevant to the me that's here? But Omega, Alpha, is here now. Can you just restore everything? Return it to what it was? Oh, I can, but I won't. I shall create the world anew. It would take millennia. At the center of the new world, I will be dying and be born again, and only then. I'm sorry, your victory stopped me, but it didn't change my intentions. You did well, but the world is going to remain empty, and it's going to be like this for a very long time. No, don't apologize, no big deal. I wasn't hoping that it would be this easy, and I'm not going to wait till everything goes back to how it was. Maybe it'll take you thousands of years to come back here, but I promise you, when you do, you will find a new magnificent world, built by humans, so not that magnificent. And if not, if humans aren't able to do it, then we shouldn't have existed in the first place. That's another one. Okay. So be it, human. Someday we shall meet again and remember this moment. It won't be you, though, but your descendant, who is as close to you as nobody else. He will recognize me. It doesn't seem likely, given that I didn't recognize you and it's the same thing that happened with my ancestor. Alright, nothing has changed. There's still a lot of work that can be done. Only by our combined effort, I can guide you to the probabilities where you are already dead and you can save them. Okay, so there's more game here, I guess. They are countless, of course, too many for your lifetime to last long enough to save them. But I, for myself, think that such tasks are much more interesting to solve. You can return to your new home. I'm not asking for an answer right away. The world owes everything to you now, but don't forget that you owe it everything too. Farewell. So, we could just keep playing, I guess, but to what end? 2% chance to... yeah, I mean... The boss has been defeated, you can return to camp with all your findings, and the world will forget your deeds, as it always forgets. I guess so? The bars fall, right? So staying won't do anything. I guess let's stay for one loop, just to see if anything happens, but yeah, the bars fall. So, no, nothing's going to happen, almost certainly. Oof, that's a lot of summon quality lost. Well... this is an upgrade. No, it's not. It's a skeleton lost. Okay, not equipping anything. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and leave when we make it back. And we'll probably make it around, right? We did okay on the last loop. Okay, lots and lots of loot in quick succession, and none of it particularly interesting. I do appreciate the raw shower of gear that we get sometimes. That is fun. I mean, it's not impossible that we get killed, actually. I suppose there are some parts of this path that are still pretty difficult. Boy, this episode ended up being a lot longer than I thought. I thought for sure, given the number of upgrades that we still have, like if you just think about like the number of watchtowers that are left for us, I thought for sure we were quite far away from being strong enough to fight the boss. Ooh, boy. Two of these flesh golems really tear through the skeletons. I'm really glad I didn't reduce my summon quality, because it seems pretty vital. We are healing a lot off of our dead skeletons, though. Oh, I'm actually gonna die. Come on, guards. Come on, guards. Alright, with one of the golems down, we're in pretty good shape, I think. Yeah, that was a little scary. At this point, I would be happy to have a bunch of Oblivions. But, like, if we die now, what does it mean? I actually don't even know. I don't know what the significance of that would be. Alright, I think this is one of the last really dangerous battles. Right, this area of the loop has been a problem for a while. I was really hoping that we were going to run into some more Oblivions here. Books and rings. That is an upgrade. That is an actual upgrade. Very slightly better skeletons. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. And, oh, hey, max skeletons +1. Is that... But that's a 20% summon quality loss? So, like, there's a version of this where we make that back up, right? The thing is... Yeah, our level 3 ring is pretty bad and it could be replaced, but, like... We're just kind of shuffling the same stats around if we do that. And I end up with lower magic HP, so probably it's not worth it. Yeah, I think the Necromancer's stats are really interesting. They're like... It feels like there are certain thresholds you have to get to and then stay above to remain viable. And maybe that's just, like... Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's not such a big deal to drop below 50% summon quality. Maybe we would have been fine on 4 skeletons. I don't feel like we would have been fine on 4 skeletons, though, especially with the way the boss fight actually went. God, can you imagine, at this point, with enemies that have stats like this, having to deal with a quest target wooden warrior with either of the other classes? That guy's damage got above 200. Alright, so we got some pretty fast battles coming up here. Actually, can we lay down this bookery in a place where it will matter? Let's do that. Oh, this could be scary. Actually, spiders backed up by a book. That's a little nerve-wracking. Well, we managed to break through the magic HP on all of our enemies before dealing any real damage to any of them, because skeleton targeting. But basically here I'm hoping to just bookery us into some Oblivions. Get the hell out of here. Okay, cool. Let's Oblivion... Let's see, that's just gonna spawn more stuff. I guess we don't want to Oblivion until we're pretty close to the things that we're going to hit. Although I should have played that Oblivion right then because we were about to hit the bookery again. We got lucky, and it isn't one of the cards that got taken, but that was not a guarantee. Where are we at now? We're 94 minutes into the episode. You know what? It's unfortunate, but I think actually I am going to have to get up and check on something real quick. So there might just be a little continuity break here. Let's get to the end of this battle, and then And then I will insert a jump cut, because there is unfortunately a thing I had to deal with. And I was like, oh, I got plenty of time. I'll just lose a couple of runs real fast, get really badly embarrassed, and then go do the thing. God. These guys end up being real nightmares on higher difficulties. Okay. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. That definitely could not have waited any longer. Yeah, okay, so we're just trying to make it another loop here to see if anything happens. I should really Oblivion before that happens again. I mean, we should blow up probably, like, these are not actually dangerous. But blowing this up isn't necessarily going to make there not be enemies there. I guess I'll get rid of that. Because, like, there's enough time left that a lot of those bandits would respawn, right? Okay, nothing of interest there. We could probably pretty easily fill out the rest of the map, but we know that nothing happens when you do that, so... I'm glad I remembered Blood Groves. I'm glad that I remembered that it's actually a really good idea to play a card that takes 20%, well, I thought 15%, off the top of the HP count of every enemy. We'd really gotten away from those. I hadn't played those in quite some time. But I should have known the solution is always going to be just make the situation more metal. Whatever is the metalist thing is the right thing. Man, Oblivion's really rare, huh? I would love to have an Oblivion like now. Now when we're actually close to that bandit camp. I think if we got a Bookery at this point, we don't even have anywhere to play it, right? I think the board is looking pretty full. Alright, well maybe one of these guys has an Oblivion in his pocket. Hey, we've never gotten to see a Siren before. Humidity Lover. Gets the slimy positive effect if there are liquid enemies in battle. That's cool. That's a cool idea. 33% chance to bounce enemy or bounce damage to one of their allies. Attempts to summon a jellyfish on every third attack. That said, I'm pretty sure there can never be more than 5 enemies at any time, so that's going to have to wait until we have softened up the field a little bit. She is actually kind of doing good work, though. I'm having a hard time maintaining an army here. My magic HP is running out. Alright, well, it looks like we are going to get to see that jellyfish. So, a liquid enemy. 30% chance to attack an ally. Oh, he's got that Legionnaire ability that, who else has that? Is it bandits, maybe? Boy, I wonder how many other, like, tile transformations we have yet to see. I guess we can know that when we get back to town, right? We can just go look at the book and see how many entries we're missing. You know, this fight actually could go forever. If my skeletons never put together the wherewithal to attack the Siren. Yeah, she's like not taking any damage at all. And she's got Vampiric Aura, right? Because there was a vampire in this battle, so... Actually, this kind of feels like it could happen for all of forever. So we'll just continually summon garbage at each other for the rest of eternity. Yeah, I'm healing back to full because she's killing my skeletons. She's healing back to full because my skeletons won't damage her. Her jellyfish can damage her, though, so, like, there is at least a theoretical... There is the chance that even if she is still baffling our targeting this effectively, she could just get murked by her own guys. They'd have to hit her a lot of times in a row. But at this point, I think that's the only way this battle can end. It's hard to imagine them getting through the amount of healing I'm getting off of my skeletons dying constantly. You can't run away in the middle of battle, can you? Nope. Are we getting... Okay, we are getting XP off of killing the jellyfish. Maybe we'll get a trait that will help. Yeah, there is a trait that makes it so at the beginning of each day, your next few skeletons are empowered. Maybe, maybe we end up there and we just fight her until a dawn. We're starting to wear her down a little bit now. I'm not sure why. But all it would take, you know, like, if that can happen due to luck, it can also be reversed due to luck, right? If we just whiff enough times in a row, she will regen all that health back. Yeah, this is concerning. I guess we're getting there. Slowly. It's a shame there's no blood grove around here. That would really help. Each of these jellyfish would go down one hit sooner. There'd be a lot more damage getting redirected to her. Oh my god, look at how much health she's gained. Get her! Oh, we need claw skeletons. All these normal skeletons are not going to do it. Well, there's my level up. You know what? Ambitions of the Dead... Ambitions of the Dead might actually be relevant here. But also, Blissful Ignorance would be pretty good. I guess, actually, there's not that many fights left after this. I'm going to take Ambitions of the Dead. So my skeletons need to level up off of fighting these jellyfish. Although, actually, it looks like my skeletons are just getting murdered anyway, so maybe it's not going to help that much. Well, we're getting a lot of shapeless mass off of them. I guess... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. To some degree, my skeletons are attacking enemies that do not exist. Alright, now we have 4 claw skeletons. This is where it goes. This is where it gets good. Oh no, they're all dying, though. Okay. Jesus Christ, we finally made it through. I don't think we're going to end up against a fight that's going to be anywhere near as annoying as that. That Siren is, like, perfectly built to be really frustrating to us. Yeah, what is the presence? What is the presence thing? Ah, when you show up, you lower the attack speed of allies. Okay. We haven't really fought ghosts all that much. Oh, man. That's a +1 skeleton's ring. And we lose basically nothing. Yeah, it's okay. It's not a big upgrade, but it's an upgrade. We did it. We finally did it. Oh, hey. That's the ghost of a ghost. Interesting. 100% chance to counterattack. Actually kind of dangerous for me to be at full skeleton summoned. Wow, yeah, just a very ghost-heavy pull here. Oh. Prime Matter. Reward for this unit consists of 3 random cards, including cards you don't have, or 1 golden card. Wow. But the creature's 6th strike is guaranteed to kill the hero. Oh no. Guys, focus. Focus. They're not focusing. Oh, I guess we got it? I guess we killed it. And yep, it did give us a temporal beacon, which is not a thing we have. And then we got to oblivion all the bandits. Hooray! Okay, well that was new stuff. That's an entry for the encyclopedia. So that was the ghost of a ghost of a ghost, I think? Is what happened there? Yeah, I feel like we can retreat. I feel like it's okay for us to leave at this point. Okay, and yes, that was the end. This is credits. Oh, they're not even going to do the battles. Well, okay, I guess we beat it. Maybe all that dialogue about there being other U's that need saving and stuff is just to give you some kind of story excuse to keep playing if you want to keep playing, because I assume they're going to put us back in our town and be like, hey, man, just keep it rolling if you want to keep it rolling. But, like, do you need that? Do you need a story excuse? Because, like, the game's fun. The mechanics are cool. I don't necessarily know that anybody needed a push. If they got to the end of it, they're probably having an okay time, right? I guess we're gonna watch the end of this. I do like this song an awful lot. You know, that's interesting. I'm looking at this, I'm remembering the mosquitoes. We did not experiment with the swamp very much. I wonder if there are cool transformations with the swamp. We saw the Goblin Watchtower thing, which obviously was a real nightmare. And I'm not sad that we missed out on that. What is this? This is a thing we've not seen before, right? I wonder if that's the 0 milestone. Maybe? Because, like, the Ancestral Crypt is here. They are definitely putting down just sort of, like, everything. And that's the only thing I see that I don't recognize. I guess this screen would be a good way to hunt for tile transformations that we've not seen before. Because they're doing some, like that's the Watchtower over there, the Goblin Watchtower. But I don't think I see anything else. I don't think I see anything else that I don't recognize. They're giving away the secrets of the burned forest. That's something we don't know. So what is that, river adjacent to a wheat farm? Okay, that's interesting. I don't know that we'll continue to play the game like hunting for that kind of stuff, but... Wait, what are these? Oh, those are that's the forge, right. We only played a couple of Smith's Forges, but yeah, that's what those normally look like. I guess this could show you the icons for enemies that you're unfamiliar with as well. So there's a siren. Okay, so this must also produce sirens. Interesting. I can't say that I'm sad that we didn't fight a lot of sirens throughout the game. It seems like a real nightmare. So they got chrono crystals adjacent to a bunch of things that I don't think we ever put chrono crystals adjacent to, but nothing seems to be transforming based on it. Yeah, I am actually really curious to get back to town and have a look at the encyclopedia here. Do I need to do anything, or is it gonna... Because it's been thanking us for playing for a minute now. Probably have to press that, yep. The go back to town button, you know. And the hero is back. The coin I tossed landed on the right side. Do I get the credit, or do you? In this metaphor, am I the coin? It doesn't matter. A chain of coincidences has no meaning if even a single link is missing. Or also if no link is missing. Tell me, why were you pretending to be human all this time? Was that really necessary? Yes, I needed to focus my influence on this small area. On one little man. When I change appearance, I don't simply put on a mask to pretend that I'm someone else. Gods think on different levels and different planes than everyone else. Everything seems primitive, unimportant, weak. I'm nearly dying of boredom trying to keep this conversation going. Okay, well, I mean, there's an easy solution to that. In a land of blind and deaf men, you must deprive yourself of sight and hearing to understand the locals, right? That's how I did it. That doesn't make any sense. That's how I can believe in you, in humans. That's how I can show compassion and help. And I think that's what happened to Alpha. Being a human made him compassionate, and he let himself be killed. Being a human made Omega sentimental, and you see what happened. I feel that this is the time to make a very important conclusion. So, nope, I have nothing. I just don't know what to say. You really think I should try to beat Omega in other chances? Yeah, who knows? I myself don't know. But if you'd like to try, you won't have to ask me twice. Yeah, keep playing the game if you would like to play the game, but it's definitely over. Okay, well, I gotta say, that's gonna be it for us for today, and I guess for the series. I enjoyed Loop Hero. I think there's a lot of fun stuff going on here mechanically. I think that the town building stuff is real half-baked, especially the parts where, like, a tiny part of it is positional, and you have no way of knowing ahead of time which things are positional. Like, we couldn't have built our second warehouse because of where I put the intel thing without dismantling another building and then building it up somewhere else. And because only, like, 2 of the buildings work that way, there's no reason for you to be thinking ahead about, like, not only is there no reason for you to be thinking ahead about where the buildings need to go, but there's no way for you to know which buildings have which restrictions anyway. So that whole side of the game, I feel like they wanted a meta progression layer. They needed to make it a roguelite, not a roguelike, but they didn't really put a lot of thought into that part of it, it feels like. And the music's great, and the graphics are great, and the story and all of the writing is the other thing. Unfortunately for the amount of text that is in the game, it really needed some different stuff happening on that layer. But overall, I had a good time. I'm happy I played it. And like I said, that's going to be it for us for this series. So when you come back next time tomorrow, I guess there's going to be something different going on. And I honestly don't even really have any idea what it's going to be. Oh, hold on a second. I was talking about getting back to town and looking at the encyclopedia, and I forgot to do that. So, road tiles. So the transformed wheat field next to the wheat field, that makes sense. And then there's something else at the end here. Oh, you know what? This could be the bridge, right? Yeah, I bet that's what that is, because we never did build that bridge. Roadside. There's a roadside tile that we don't know what it is. Oh, no, sorry. The river thing that we saw next to the wheat field was a roadside tile, so maybe that's here. We saw all the stuff in the landscape category. There's a gold... Yeah, we never unlocked the 0 milestone, but, like... Or rather, we unlocked it, but we never played it, so we never saw the tile that it represents. Enemies. Did we miss any enemies? Yeah, a few. So maybe some kind of ruins, something that spawns when the ruins is next to something else. And then we got the scarecrow, and maybe this is whatever happens when you transform a river next to a wheat field, and that's why it's next to the scarecrow. Doesn't tell us anything about how we get a dark slime, just that they exist. Removal of the source of quintessence doesn't cause the creature to disappear while being inside the bounds of the 0 point. 4 cases. Temporarily replaced with Cosmos Concentrate. Further reason study required. Okay, I like sort of the out of style of that. I get what they're doing there. Of course, we saw all the resources. There's still a lot of supply items that we never saw even one of, which is interesting. My guess is that the stuff we were missing was probably not hugely consequential on account of all of the stuff that we saw not being hugely consequential. Okay, well, like I said, we're not actually going to go play the game anymore to see the rest of that stuff. I think I get it. I think I got it. Like I said, I had a good time overall, and that's where we're leaving it. When you come back next time, tomorrow, something different. And we'll see you then.